The homeowner in Texas woke up one morning to find the gate to his backyard wide open. Curious, the man reviewed the cameras he had around his house, and this is the sight he was met with. A man dressed in a clown costume, complete with a suit and mask, holding a knife, casually walks around the property, looking inside the house and testing all the doors. This, of course, took place in 2016 during the killer clown craze that lasted for a few months. Looking back, most of the people who participated in that were likely just having fun and trying to scare others. However, there's no denying that some took advantage of the situation, genuinely attempting some pretty horrific crimes under the cover of a clown mask, with this likely being one of those cases. It's clear that the person in the costume was actually trying to break into the house with a knife. After being unsuccessful, the clown eventually walked off, and despite a police report, that would be the end of it. Ultimately, the homeowner was left with nothing but this disturbing footage. This footage from a doorbell camera was recorded in Overland Park, AS, in March 2017. The video shows an active house fire nearby. The house just across the street in the neighborhood is entirely engulfed in flames. As the fire department arrives, neighbors can be seen frantically moving their parked cars away from the burning house. Eventually, a piece of flinging debris is seen falling and landing on a set of bushes right in front of the camera. The bushes rapidly catch fire and the flames begin to spread quickly. However, before the fire can get out of control, a neighbor notices it and tries to extinguish it. He grabs a garden hose, spraying the fire while pressing the house's doorbell. Unfortunately, the homeowner isn't present and frantically attempts to communicate this through the doorbell speaker. In the end, the fire department managed to extinguish the house fire, and with the help of the neighbors, they prevented it from spreading to nearby houses. In July 2021, Amanda Noik updated her Facebook with an alarming video she had taken. The video, captured by her Ring doorbell, showed that as she was settling in for sleep, someone rang her doorbell. When she checked the app, she saw a man with gray hair and a full-grown gray beard knocking on her door and ringing the bell. Amanda didn't recognize the man, so she ignored the knocking. However, the stranger didn't leave. He continued knocking and repeatedly said he wanted to talk to her and had questions for her.
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? What? Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain?
Being home alone, she called her husband to tell him what was happening and dialed 911. Amanda's husband then accessed the camera from his phone and saw the man. Ignoring him wasn't working, so he decided to talk to him using the speaker.
How are you? What? Yeah? Are you sure? Who are you? Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about the TV show. Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to take her in. You have her open the door? You're raping the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in. I want to rape her in here because I have a knife, a gun. And I just, I'm going to knock on her door again. All right.
After threatening the woman in a stone-cold tone, he leaves, not appearing scared off at all. As the man calmly walks away, he continues talking to himself down the street. Amanda was terrified, but she feared this man might go to another house and harm someone. So, she took the creepy footage and posted it on Facebook. Thanks to this Facebook post, the man was arrested. This doorbell camera video captures the horrifying early stages of a fire on a neighbor's property. As the video progresses, you can see the fire gradually growing, eventually reaching the house with the doorbell camera. At the time of the fire, the homeowner was asleep, but was awakened by multiple notifications on his phone indicating motion detected by the doorbell camera. Upon reviewing the footage, the homeowner frantically ran to get a fire extinguisher, desperately attempting to put out the fire. Realizing it was too late, the homeowner escaped through the back door. It's safe to say that the motion detection notifications that woke him up saved his life that night. This video was recorded during the middle of the night at an apartment complex in Toledo. The footage from the doorbell camera reveals a man knocking on the front door with what appears to be a firearms into his waistband. The apartment owner did not recognize the man, prompting her to ask who he was. The unidentified man responded with, "It's me." The homeowner continued to question his response, but instead of providing clarification, the man simply waved through the front door. However, this wasn't enough to get the homeowner to open the door, so he ultimately walked away. Disturbingly, as he did so, a second man appeared from a nearby dumpster and walked off as well. But this wouldn't be the end of it. The two men then walked around to the back door where they attempted to pick the lock. The police were called, and when they arrived, the two were gone, fortunately unsuccessful in getting the door open. It's not entirely clear what the two men had planned. The almost empty-looking backpack carried by the first guy suggests they might have planned to rob the place, but it's also possible they had much worse intentions. The two of them have yet to be identified by police. The owner of this house woke up to a notification on his phone indicating motion was detected at his front door. After reviewing the footage, this is what he found: an old woman with a knife, standing at his front door and constantly shifting her body weight from side to side. The woman awkwardly holds and looks at the knife while glancing all around her. After a few more seconds, the woman finally tries to ring the doorbell but seems unable to do it for some reason. After 2 minutes, the footage cuts off. It's still unclear who this woman was or what led her to approach a stranger's front door wielding a knife. This doorbell camera footage appears to have captured an almost transparent figure walking across the homeowner's property in the middle of the night. The figure seems to have no face and gradually becomes less visible as it moves. The audio from the video picks up the sound of very faint footsteps. After reviewing the footage and examining the property, the homeowner found nothing unusual, and it remains unclear what exactly was recorded on video that night.